am from Sacramento, California, and we are in my man cave, the Dragon Lair. I do a lot of recording down here. Actually recorded the last 2 records, my guitar's down here. And it's just kind of where I escape. It's kind of like the basement, like that 70s show. You come down the stairs and yeah, it's just kind of secluded. I can crank music down here. Everybody's asleep. I could be like 4 in the morning. You can jam. We have a drum set right here. We can jam. Everything's in headphones. So it's pretty cool down here. The band, we always recorded and rehearsed, and all the music was written in the early days in Oakland, all the way up till the last couple of records. But I've been here for about maybe 10 years. So like a typical day for me, when I get home, right away I get right back to working out. I like to do CrossFit. I like to do CrossFit because you're not at the gym like all day. You know, you go there and you warm up for like 20 minutes, and then you have your workout, which is like 10 to 15 minutes, but it's really rigorous. It's just like go, 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 go. And it gets your heart rate up really quick, and you're just, you know, when I'm 10 minutes, you think like, oh, I could do that forever, but all the reps that you're doing, it really, really affects you a lot more than running on a treadmill for a half hour. But I work out at a place called CrossFit SAC, and I have a personal trainer there that works with me. And I've been there for about a year. It's kind of like a drug. You know, when I get home, I'm just totally chill. After I work out, I'm not so wound up. Makes my day a lot more relaxed. I also have the whole day to myself because everybody's either at school or at work. So my oldest daughter is 26, and she's kind of on her own now. My other 2 kids, my son lives at home, he's 21, and he's kind of writing music and kind of figuring out what he's gonna do. My youngest is 16, and she is a handful.
How was school?
Pretty shitty.
Really?
But it's really cool. She's in a cool, you know, time in her life where, and she's like, you know, the last one, so it's like cherishing it, you know, right now. It's really cool to watch her go into this, you know, cool school and talk about scholarships and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know. When I'm home, I'm really into trying to be there, you know, for her and my son as well. And like half the time I'll pick her up from school. The other half she usually goes to her friends and hangs out. I mean, when you're 16, you always want to be with your friends. So whenever she's like, "Can you pick me up?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll come pick you up." And you know, we'll stop and get something to eat, or you know, just you know, stop and go shopping or do something and try to, you know, get her out and hang out. I mean, at that age, it's hard because, you know, when you're 16, you just want to be with your friends. So I just, whenever there's a moment that I could grab, I'm all over it. I find time to do other things, like I'm really into archery and shooting guns, which is kind of like my own space. I mean, it's not really hanging out with people or nothing, but I get to go there and just get my mind off things. And it's kind of a sport to me in a way. You know, I look at it like that. I just like to go to the range and just, you know, get my marksmanship down and try to hit the target. I mean, you know, it's very dangerous too. I mean, you have to be really alert of what you're doing, and you know, make sure that whatever you point at, you know, you're going to destroy. So it's a very dangerous thing. So you have to be really focused. And I like that. That's cool. And I'll go there and, you know, shoot for like a half hour. Since I was a little kid, you know, just I had little, you know, fake bow and arrows, and just I always wanted to be an Indian when I was a kid. I didn't want to be the cowboy. I always wanted to be the Indian. You know, in my era, cowboys and Indians was a big thing. I think I really got into it once I started reading Lord of the Rings. It really kind of got me like into wanting to get a better bow. I ended up buying like a grizzly bow, which is they're like, you know, between $500 and $700. I mean, that's not something I do every day, but you know, just to pass the time when I'm at home, you know, watching movies, sitting on the couch, eating chips. Some days I just want to sit on the couch and eat chips all day, and then go do CrossFit. You know, go this way, this way, this way, this way. I like to cook a lot, just from being in Testament and traveling the world, and you know, getting taken out to dinner by record companies and being exposed to, you know, going to Italy and having spaghetti in Italy. I mean, oh my God. You know, going to Germany and having, you know, all those, you know, like Slovakia, Russia, all those places that at home you would think it's kind of boring. It's just, you know, gravy and potatoes and vegetables and meat. But when you go there and eat it, it's just like, oh my God, like how do they make this sauce and stuff like that? So one of my favorite foods is, of course, Italian food. And today I made linguine and clam with thick spaghetti. And it's an old recipe handed down from some older Italian women that were maybe not around anymore, but very, very good. I think the first time I made it, you know, wasn't the best, but I was like, wow, it's the recipe is what it is. So it's just amazing. I mean, linguine and clam, and you get the Pinot Grigio out, and it's pretty killer. And yeah, we'll post that for y'all to check out. So I think you liked it, right? It's pretty good. So when we're on the road, Steve and I like to go out. I mean, the rest of the band as well. We like to have band dinners. You know, it's like porn food. You know, just not porn food, but it's like when we make videos, it's like, what's the right? Food porn. Food porn. God. Particularly, me and Steve are, you know, we're really into food porn. We really like to go out and find, you know, the small cafes and, you know, go online. You know, even watching TV shows, like I'll always write down, you know, oh my God, that's in this guy. I'm traveling there, so I might as well just write all this stuff down. And I'll keep it on my phone. So like everybody's like, hey Eric, where should we go eat? I'll just look at my phone and go, this place makes amazing tacos, or, you know, the barbecue or whatever in the States. But it's cool discovering stuff like that, especially in Europe, you know.
Ja, das ist gut.
Ah, das ist wunderbar, ja. Alles klar. Ah, hallo. Prost.
Hallo.
Welcome.
And in Japan, I mean, there's so many cool varieties of different things to eat, but finding the best ramen place that's just got like 2 ramens in there. And it's not like you have to sit there, like in America, there's all these different options. But in Japan, it's like sometimes you go in, they just have one thing. And it's so killer. Maybe the weather and the location. I mean, I'm basically like an hour from Tahoe. I'm an hour from San Francisco. You know, the ocean's close, the mountains are close. It's a good place to live. You know, for being in the States, I think. I mean, I now that I've traveled, I have some dream ideas of other places that I'd like to live. But well, when I come home, I'm always like, hey, cool, this is cool.